Before we get into the video today, we're just going to announce a quick giveaway that we are going to be doing. We're going to give away a current football shirt of your choice. All you've got to do to enter, if you want to take it away, Alex,
is subscribe to Behind the Closed Doors and subscribe to my channel as well. All the details will be in the description, and then once you've done that, comment down below saying I have entered. Then the winner will be announced
on the 4th
of March. Go get it done.
Get it done. Welcome to Behind Closed Doors, episode 1. We are joined by YouTube sensation, Ipswich Town superfan, and TikTok fisherman, Alex Griffin. Hello, how are you?
How are we, boys? How are we?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good.
Bit strange being here, I've got to say.
So many times you thrust a mic under my nose outside Portman Road. It's nice to shoot on the other foot.
I know, yeah.
So what we're hoping to do today, Alex, is spend the first half talking to you about you as a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Talking about how you got into YouTube, where you see yourself going, your highs and lows.
Okay.
Have a little break, and then we're going to talk about you as a football fan.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Sounds brilliant, mate.
Excellent.
I'm excited.
So, I guess we'll get into the opening questions.
The first two questions we ask everyone who's coming on this show.
What's your favourite chant?
No, our question is, what's your favourite football shirt of all time?
Ooh. One that I own.
You don't necessarily have to own it.
I'm going to go for one that I do own.
It doesn't have to be town.
I like the Real Madrid shirt I've got. It's in my car, actually. It's grey and pink. Don't know why I bought it. I bought it when I was on holiday. But I thought I liked it, and I thought, yeah, that's probably one of my favourite. I've got to say, I like this retro shirt. I'm a retro man, and I prefer retro shirts to probably... Oh. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Could you pause that?
Cut. So, who's your role model growing up?
It's a good question. I'd probably say Steven Gerrard.
Really?
Of course. I do. Because when I was little, I used to like Liverpool.
Yeah.
And obviously, in that generation, he was probably Liverpool's, well, maybe not best player, but he was their captain for so many years.
Yeah.
And he was just someone I looked up to. Loved football at that age, and I still do. But obviously, I'm an avid Town fan now.
So, any reason you liked Liverpool? Was it to do with the team, family connection?
Yeah, I think Dad's side of the family, he's got connections in Liverpool. Went there for a tour when I was little, and the stadium is just unreal. So yeah, obviously Liverpool. I did like Liverpool. I went there for a good week with my family.
Yeah. And
yeah, just the place itself is nice.
Lovely city.
Lovely, yeah.
Have you been to any of their games recently?
Haven't been to a Liverpool game, and I'm sure we'll speak about football games later. Yeah. But Liverpool is a team I'd like to go and see. I'll have to have a look at their fixtures.
Yeah, nice. So, I think we'll get straight into it then with the questions about YouTube.
Yeah.
How did you get into it?
That's a good question. I wanted to do YouTube ever since I was little. Probably when I was about 16, so I was still at high school. And I don't really talk about why I started it. I always wanted to do it when I was 16. I was in high school, and when you're 16, a lot of people that age want to do YouTube, don't they? And I was on holiday once with my family, and you probably know Joe Brett.
Yeah.
We went out and played football one day, and he sort of just said to me, why don't you film a video? You've always wanted to. And I never had the courage. Why are you laughing for? I was never confident enough to get a camera out and speak on camera.
Yeah.
But
well, you smashed it, to be fair.
Well, yeah.
Have you saying no regrets? Or?
No regrets, no. I'm glad I did it. But I'll shout out Reece Wilden as well, because he always said, do what you want to do, don't care what people think. So when I was on holiday, we were playing football on a 4G pitch, and I got my camera out. It was my phone. I was sort of like, used the glass, used the little... the setup was so amateur, but I filmed a little football video, and I've really enjoyed it.
Mate, you've got to start somewhere, haven't you?
And ever since that day, I just carried on doing videos. So that video was probably when I was 16, 6 years ago. So for 6 years now.
Do you remember your first video you uploaded to YouTube?
My first proper video was that video, the football challenge video. Obviously, I used to upload sort of clips from Ipswich games, but I don't really class them as proper videos. They're just clips from games. But the first one I was in, where I was talking, was the one I did in Holland. It's called Football in Holland.
Nice.
But it was good, and I had mates at school who would always say to me, you're not the sort of person who should do YouTube. You're never going to succeed. I did get that, and it obviously.
Any particular reason, like personality thing, or?
Well, maybe, yeah. In high school, I was sort of a bit quiet.
Right.
Didn't. I don't know. It's hard to say. I didn't really seem like the sort of person who should do videos in high school.
I listened to a podcast the other day with Stephen Tries, and he actually said in school he was quite quiet, whereas now, you know, he's a big personality. He does his podcast, does bits with the Sidemen, and you wouldn't have thought. So perhaps YouTube's actually been something that's maybe brought you out of your shell, perhaps given you a bit of confidence.
100%, mate. 100%. Obviously, when people say that, it's not nice because you want people to sort of support you, don't you?
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm where I am now. I'm happy. Yeah, the football vlogs.
Before we carry on, do you remember your first game you uploaded onto your YouTube channel?
What, football vlog?
Yeah, football vlog.
Have you got the answers written down?
Yeah, I've got it.
Leeds United. Yeah.
Really?
2016, 2017.
YouTube says the oldest video you've uploaded was Bolton vs Ipswich.
Yes, that wasn't a vlog though. That was I sort of took a little video.
Vlog, yeah.
The first vlog I sort of spoke in was when we played Leeds.
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
what was the score? Can you remember?
Oh mate, this is going to annoy me because I'm usually good at scores. I think we might have lost 2-1.
Was it when Antonucci played?
Or it might have been 3-2.
Well, Leeds in the black kit with the.
Mate, my head's scrambled right now.
Sorry. I want to talk to you a little bit about the football vlogging because one of the main reasons is lots of people perhaps have a negative stigma with people who vlog at football matches.
Yeah.
Because they say, you know, cameras don't belong on the terraces. What would you say to those people?
Oh mate, I've got to be careful what I say here. I'll get clipped. I'll get memed on Twitter. You can understand why people don't like it because a lot of people go to football. They want to enjoy it with their mates. No phones, no cameras. Just enjoy the day and the experience. But some people like myself, I like to take a camera. I like to create memories by making videos so I can look back on them videos in the future. You know, if Ipswich do get the playoffs this year, I'll probably look back at these videos and be like, wow.
You've recorded the whole season and followed it from the low to the high.
Exactly, yeah.
What's your favourite video you've ever made?
Big question.
Matt, oh my gosh. That's a hard one.
Would it be your most successful one? Or do you think it would be one that... Is there one that you particularly like that perhaps hasn't banged, so to speak, but you really like that video? You think you did well with producing it?
It's a tough question because there's so many videos I like on my channel. I really enjoyed it when I went to Norwich, Leicester in my Ipswich shirt because I look back at the video. I just find it hilarious. Like, why did I do that?
Did you get any bites? Or?
I got a lot of stick. Yeah, I did get a lot of stick from even
you sat the Leicester fans.
Yeah, I was with the Leicester fans. I wouldn't sit with the Norwich fans, but I got a lot.
How did they take it? The Leicester fans.
Well, the comments on the videos.
Who did you go with?
I went with Jack Newman, if you know who that is.
Yeah.
I went with him and someone called Jack Birch. And it was funny at the time, but I look back at it and I think, why did I do that? But no, my favourite video on my channel, it's got to be, I've got to be honest, I think it's not an Ipswich vlog. When I went to Derby, Birmingham a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
That was insane.
Why is that?
Imagine.
Like, the video doesn't do it justice. When I was there, the atmosphere, the fans, the Derby march, the protest, it was just insane.
Everything,
like,
all the ingredients.
Mental, yeah.
Yeah, no, very good. Okay, so I've asked for your favourite or most underrated, so to speak. Is there any video that you've made that you perhaps, if you could go back, you wouldn't make it?
Again.
Any you particularly regret?
I don't know. Probably not. Not on my channel, no. But I'll tell you a little story. I went on Channel 4.
Yeah.
2018 or 2019. It was sort of when my channel was starting to take off.
Yeah.
But I got asked to go on a football fan show by Don Robbie, if you know who that is.
Yeah, AFC.
Yeah. He's got a football show.
Liquidate the throat.
Ready for the story.
Yeah, right. So I went on a football fan show on Channel 4. It was Robbie who was. It was his show.
Yeah.
And they basically got a Norwich fan and an Ipswich fan, and they'd do a fan battle. And there's
What, like
you'd stand there.
Each other, or?
Not a rap, no.
Yeah.
You'd both stand there. There'd be a little crowd, about 30 people. Griffin was there as well.
Shout out to Helen.
She was there. And basically, you had a minute to just absolutely roast the other club, the person. And I look back at that. It's not my video. It's on Channel 4. It is on YouTube, and I can't watch it anymore.
What was your favourite insult you gave that person?
Oh mate, I didn't have any good ones, to be honest. Do you know what's funny, right? I rehearsed the insults,
And you didn't remember
and I still lost.
Did they just? They decided the winner was
actually
Yeah, so the fans had to like cheer for who they thought win.
Nice.
And Griffin was stood there going, yeah, and the whole crowd would cheer for Norwich, and I was like,
that's brilliant.
get me home. But that's probably one thing I do. I don't regret doing it because it was an experience I'll look back on, and it's a life experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was on the TV, weren't I? So,
yeah.
but it's something I look back on and I do cringe a little bit, and I'm like,
Why'd I do that?
I do regret it a bit. Yeah.
YouTube seems to have allowed you to meet quite a few new people. I know you, Ellis Platten behind the Way Days.
Yeah.
Thogden and Thogdad.
Yeah.
What's it like meeting those? Were they?
They're very. Who do we start with? Away Days. I've not actually met yet.
You've not met him?
I've not met him yet. I've spoke to him on the phone. I was meant to meet him at his Ipswich game like a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't. That was when I was in my Santa outfit.
He did Sunderland, didn't he?
He did Sunderland,
Yeah.
and I didn't meet him because he was obviously busy, and I was busy doing interviews. But he's a nice guy. I spoke to him on the phone before.
Yeah.
Theo and Thogdad.
Legends.
They're unbelievable people. I met them through. Obviously, I've got my YouTube group, the Offsiders.
Yes. Yeah.
They all know big, like for example George Achillia, if you know who he is.
Spurs fan.
He's a Spurs fan. He edits for Callux. George has met like Rotashaw, Anison Gibb, Nico, all the big YouTubers. Fusion Josh is Thogden's editor.
Right.
And obviously I'm very good mates with Josh, and I met Thogden through Josh.
Right.
We were in London, all the Offsiders boys, and Thogden was randomly at a pub in London at the same time. So we went and met Thogden, and I started chatting to him there. And ever since that day, I sort of got his number. I spoke to him on WhatsApp a little bit. I've edited a video for him before. But when Ipswich played Bolton away about a month ago, we did lose. So if you are watching, if Thogden's watching this somehow, he's going to give me a bit of stick. But no, Bolton are doing decent. And when I went to the away game at Bolton, I planned to go for a pint with him and his dad. Yeah. Met Thogden and Thogdad, and they're so down to earth. Like how you see them on camera is how they are in person. They don't play up to cameras. His dad as well. He's funny. He's so funny.
He's got a lot of stories, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's an interesting bloke.
Yeah,
really, really interesting bloke. I was thinking, what was I going to ask next?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time on YouTube?
Ooh,
that's interesting.
That's a good question.
How like high do you want to go? How big do you want to get?
Mate, there's no limit. I'm on 21,000. Well, I'm like hopefully I'm gonna hit 22k this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm like 150 away, but to a lot of people that's probably not a lot. To me,
massive.
It's massive. Nearly the capacity of Portman Road, which I think is crazy. 5 years.
All right.
I want
at the end of the year, how many subscribers?
This year.
Yeah.
It could go one or two ways. It could absolutely blow, or it could still be like.
I've got an interesting.
It could be slow. Do you know what I mean?
I've got an interesting point to make with this. Obviously, you are more of an Ipswich Town vlogger than anything else. Now, the Ipswich Town fan base generally are older, given the successes they had in the 80s, the 70s, and perhaps the early 2000s. Do you think that perhaps there is a limit to the amount of Ipswich Town following you could get? Because there's only so many young people that are watching Ipswich Town videos. It's a very specific market, isn't it?
It is. It can be, yeah. Obviously, I've been doing Ipswich for, 6 years? Ever since that Leeds video, I've done every game, I think. Every game. Obviously, apart from the ones I've not been able to get to. But, yeah, there's definitely a limit.
Would you say that's why you've started to venture to other games
100%,
as well,
yeah.
Content?
I always wanted to, sort of at the start of the season, but I didn't know how to get tickets. I thought it'd be hard to get tickets, and I sort of put it off. But the first neutral game I did do was, hang on, I've got to think about this. I think it was Blackpool versus, no, sorry, it was West Brom Nottingham Forest.
Right.
And then the day after I did Blackpool versus Birmingham, and the Blackpool Birmingham video went mad, like over 30,000 views, and I carried on doing them because when a video does well, you want to sort of carry on with those sort of videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, I think that there is a limit, but I don't know if I've reached that limit yet. You know, there's a lot of Ipswich fans. We're a big club, aren't we?
I suppose it's about widening your demographic, isn't it? So you can access those perhaps football fans and even beyond that are watching YouTube, and you know, when they search for specific football videos or whatnot, you come up because not everyone's an Ipswich Town fan.
Yeah.
Have you thought about going abroad to perhaps watch games?
I have. I'm actually I don't know if it's abroad. It's Scotland. Scotland's a different country, isn't it? Can you class that?
It's a different country, but I don't know if
it's not. It's not abroad. I'm going to Rangers versus Dortmund next Thursday. I don't know when this video's going up, but by the time this is up, I will have. Well, I'm going to Rangers Dortmund for the second leg.
Score prediction.
Mate, I'm so excited. I'm actually buzzing.
4-2, right?
4-2.
It's 4-2 to Rangers.
Yeah.
So do you think they get through?
Haaland is back, so I'll probably be seeing Haaland play. I think they'll go through, and I think the Ibrox will be
bouncing.
What an atmosphere that's going to be.
Absolutely bouncing.
Mate, it's been on my bucket list. Yeah. Honestly, I've always wanted to go Ibrox, but I have been to a game abroad. I've been to Germany. I went and watched Dusseldorf play, which is sort of connected club. But I do want to go to more abroad games. Yeah. You know, I think that would really sort of branch out the audience then, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. I went to see Feyenoord Ajax a few years ago, and the atmosphere was just insane. Like nothing you get in this country. Mainly because we're not allowed, you know, the pyrotechnics and whatnot. Yeah. We can't have that. But honestly, mate, absolutely bouncing. Definitely worth doing.
Back to the 5-year plan.
The 5-year plan, mate. I want to be doing it full time. I've always wanted to do YouTube like as a career. Yeah. I never thought I would have the sort of opportunity.
So the goal is to go full time YouTube.
Yeah, mate. I think this time next year I could be. Yeah. It all honestly depends on how much you upload, how your videos are doing. Yeah. It's all to do with like CPM, average watch time, all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's the advice you'd give to people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the advice I'd give to people is follow your dreams, because if it wasn't for Joe or Reese, my good mates, I probably wouldn't have even filmed that video in Holland, and I wouldn't even be doing what I'm doing. So yeah, don't care what people don't listen to what people think. Positive vibes only. You only want positive in your life, don't you? At the end of the day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And if you're an aspiring YouTuber, then there you go. I think we'll come back after a short break. Yeah. And we'll talk to you about you as a football fan.
Right, Alex, enough about your YouTube career, so now we'll talk about football in general. You said you follow or support Liverpool a little bit as a child. No?
I followed them. I wouldn't say I supported them.
Not support.
I sort of
through and through?
Yeah, 100%.
What's your earliest football memory?
My earliest football memory?
A lot of people say it's a World Cup or in England or...
I actually can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember the first game I went to. I'm going to be completely honest. No,
was it a town game?
And I would, yeah, it would have. I think it would have been a town game. But my earliest football memory, I remember I used to sit in the family stand at Ipswich with my brother, and he doesn't go to games. He's not been to a game for ages. But we used to sit in the cupboard stand, lower tier.
So that's probably halfway line, or
probably next to the away fans.
Right. Okay.
You know, I was a hooligan from the start. No, I'm joking. Near the away fans, and that is probably my earliest memory.
Perhaps an easier question. Can you remember what your first away game was?
It's bad. I should know, shouldn't I?
You should do, really.
I should
first
do.
away game, you should.
I think so.
It's a milestone.
Mate, I've been to so many though.
You should know your first. Right, best stadium you've been to?
Camp Nou, I think. I went to Spain 3 or 4 years ago, and Barcelona had a game against Roma. They always have this cup competition they take part in, and they played Roma, and I was with Joe, and we were both like, should we go to the Barcelona game? And Joe didn't want to go.
Is that pre-season? Sorry.
It was. I think it was. I think it was pre-season. They were in a cup, and it was the final. They were against Roma, and I wanted to go because I thought, I see Suarez, Messi, Neymar, all these big players. And
definitely.
Joe was like, nah, they'll play a B team. They won't play their strong team. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going, Joe. I'll go with my dad, and my mum came, I think, as well. And I saw Messi, Neymar, Suarez,
Did he not
Rakitic, Modric. Joe didn't go.
Oh, and he missed them all.
And he missed them all. He watched it on TV. But Barcelona won 3-0, and the stadium unreal.
Yeah.
Atmosphere was decent. I saw Messi play.
Can you remember who scored?
Messi scored.
Yeah.
I think Modric or Rakitic might have scored. Suarez scored, I think, as well. Those them three.
I mean, it's getting to a point now where if you want to see Messi and perhaps Ronaldo as well, they're coming to the end of their career, aren't they? So time is running out.
Exactly.
So the fact that you've seen him is fantastic. Have you seen Ronaldo?
Not seen Ronaldo play.
Do you want to?
I want to see him play.
Yeah.
I was meant to be going to the Leeds Man United game this Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, but I couldn't get a ticket for it, as you can probably imagine why. But I want to see Ronaldo play, and I'm sure I will before he does retire, because I'm going to all these neutral games, aren't I? So
is there anyone other than Ronaldo that you really want to see in person?
I'm Haaland, and I'm probably going to be seeing him play next week. So that's one player. And Mbappe, I'd like to see play, because
definitely
watching him on TV, he's a joke.
Yeah. New generation, isn't it? Can you settle the debate for us then? Ronaldo or Messi?
Messi.
Yeah, I would go Messi personally.
Who would you say?
It's a difficult one. I don't really like picking because I think they play a complete different role to each other. Ronaldo's an out-and-out goal scorer. Messi perhaps more creative. Definitely more an intelligent footballer. But is Ronaldo more all-rounded as a footballer? I don't know. It's a difficult question and not really one I like to answer. But you were pretty quick in there, so
there was no hesitation.
Yeah, you've made your decision.
And that's really weird. Ronaldo's just come up on TV.
So in terms of football, do you play at all yourself?
You know I do, mate. I'm baller. No, I used to, but obviously when you get to the men's, it's Saturdays, isn't it? And
YouTube took over.
I do play at goals though, so if you just can't play at goals, come say hello.
Shut up the team or
Villagers FC.
And do you ever get on, or do they just leave you on the side?
Nah, it's a good laugh. I don't play seriously like I used to.
Yeah.
But
whereabouts did you play when you played seriously?
Mate, I started in goal, big lump in goal, and then I got moved to centre back. I worked forward. I worked up the pitch, but most of my time playing, I was centre forward.
Really?
Behind the striker.
Goal scorer.
Did you score many, or were you
We used to play 4-4-1-1. I would always play behind the striker. We had quite a short striker. I got quite a few assists, but there was this one season where I think I scored 16 in, well, how many games is there? Probably like 24, 30 games. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Who'd you play for?
I started off at Curtin, Kestrels, played for them for 7 years, and then I played for Martlesham Eagles. They actually paid for me, you know.
Really?
I got sold for £10. I'm not even joking.
Wow, what age?
I think I had to sign on for like it was £10. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. They did pay for me. I'm pretty sure.
A tenner.
No, £10. Decent little fee that. And then I was at Martlesham Eagles for 4 or 5 years, and then I think it was sort of at the end of high school I joined Kesgrove Kestrels, and I was there for 2 years, and then I stopped because of Ipswich Town playing, and then I think at that time when I did stop playing football, I was doing the videos, and because they were doing well, I didn't want to stop, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going to town games.
You mentioned you're going to Rangers Dortmund Thursday. Have you got any other trips lined up?
Yes, I've got quite a busy one. Well, I've got the next couple of weeks planned. I'm going to. So obviously this Saturday I've got Ipswich Burton. Tuesday I'm going to Ipswich Cheltenham. Next Thursday it's Rangers Dortmund, and then a couple of days after that I'm at Morecambe away with Taylor, and then
that's a long old way.
I have got Tottenham versus Everton on the 7th of March. That's all booked. Yeah. Ipswich Portsmouth on the 12th of March, and then the 13th of March I'm going to West Ham Villa.
So you're pretty full now.
I've got pretty full. Yeah, for the next few weeks I've got pretty mental.
Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Next Thursday, Rangers Dortmund.
Yeah. Massive game. Massive game.
But they should all be good, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk to you a little bit about your TikTok.
Okay. Oh gosh.
I often see you come up on the FYP.
Dance if you're beating Burton Albion.
Yeah. First of all, what is the dancing about?
Mate.
Are you trying to get bites? Or?
Boys, after this is cut, we're doing one. No, am I trying to get bites? No, I don't know. Maybe sometimes I look for some bites, but I do it because I find it funny. I watch them back and I'm like, I could look like an idiot after this weekend. And I've had it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can imagine this season there's been a few near the start.
Definitely. Yeah, pretty bad.
Who bites the most?
I
can imagine the bigger clubs in like Sunderland and perhaps
Wednesday. It depends what the caption is of the video.
Yeah.
Like, I think I did one when we were in the Papa John's Trophy. Dance if you're beating Arsenal's under-21s. And we lost. And I got rinsed by Ipswich fans as well, because it was a bit embarrassing. But no, I just find them funny. I enjoy doing TikTok. It's a good laugh, in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice thing to do on the side of your YouTube, isn't it? Do you have quite a big following on TikTok?
More than YouTube, yeah.
Really?
It's easy. TikTok's a lot easier to grow than YouTube, because TikTok's... I know YouTube's worldwide as well, but TikTok you just scroll through and you see so many different videos.
Yeah.
Any video can pop up. I've got 37,000 nearly on TikTok.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
How many likes have you got?
1.1 million.
Goodness me. That is a lot.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
What's your biggest video on there?
It's one where I interview Ipswich fans and ask.
Pop a clip in.
It was the oh well. I probably can't. It'll probably get copyrighted. But it's one where I asked Ipswich fans for their favourite chants, and there were some pretty awkward ones on there.
Yeah.
What is the best chant you've actually been given by someone? Not just Ipswich.
Mate, there's so many. I can't remember.
What's your favourite? Doesn't have to be a town fan.
I've got to think about this. Hang on a minute. Just talk whilst I'm thinking.
Has anyone ever absolutely butchered one?
What do you mean?
As in they've got the words wrong.
Yeah.
Really?
I've had a few, yeah.
Oh, no.
There was one, in fact you've reminded me, there's one... There was this lady at Sheffield Wednesday a few weeks ago singing about Barry Banan. Started going, Barry Banan, he's a little wee man. Started singing like, I don't know. There's been a few.
Yeah.
My favourite one, I'm going to shout out Bromley Joe, he's one of my mates, he's a YouTuber, he does it for Birmingham. I asked him for his favourite chant a couple of weeks ago. No, it was when I went to Birmingham Blackpool.
Yeah. And
he started singing about Cheryl Cole being fit or something like that, wearing a G-string. It's quite funny. That's probably my favourite one. I've never heard something so...
When you go to interview these fans, you ever get people just turn around and say no?
Yeah. Mainly when I'm not at Ipswich games. When I do the neutral games...
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to do interviews at every game because that's sort of what people watch me for. They like seeing the interviews. At the neutral games, like I went to Newcastle Villa last Sunday, and I had to go and ask fans because a lot of people don't know me.
Yeah.
I did get recognised by a few people, which I found bizarre. But yeah, you get people saying no.
So I suppose at town games, people know who you are, so they're not.
Yeah, I don't usually have to ask people at town games. I usually get people come up to me, and just ask to come on, and
I mean, you're a modest guy, and this is by no means you saying, yeah, I'm massive. But, as you say, have you been recognised a few times when you've gone to neutral games?
Yeah.
Neutral fan, really?
Yeah, it's mental, because personally, I don't see myself as big on YouTube. Like, there's so many people out there who have got so many more followers than me. Yeah. But yeah, it's mental. When you go to a neutral game, you think, we'll go there, film. But last weekend, I went to Newcastle Villa. I think I had about 3 or 4 people know who I was. But I do personally think a lot of them have probably seen me more on TikTok.
Yes, yeah.
Because when you see someone on TikTok with a microphone asking for chants,
straight away,
you're probably
it's not
more recognisable that way.
Yeah. Sometimes you get Griff Dad. Would you call him Griff Dad in the videos?
No, only in the videos, just because I find it weird if I call him his name. A lot of people call their dad's dad, don't they, in their videos? So I thought it was quite unique, saying just Griff Dad.
Yeah, he's always pretty game to have a boogie, isn't he?
He does, he loves it.
He's not shy, is he?
Nah, he's alright, yeah, he's a good lad.
Have you thought about getting Griff Mum
involved? No, here we go.
She'd have a boogie, wouldn't she?
She's been in a few. I don't know, because she's quite high up in her job.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to be out there as much on videos.
Which is fair enough.
Which is fine, which is good, but now and then she'll come on and she'll talk. Yeah.
Well, before we finish the video, Alex, what's your favourite Ipswich chant?
Oh, you're not actually going to ask that, are you?
100%.
Do you want me to sing it?
Yeah, go on.
Into the mic,
Can
please.
I pick the mic up and start singing?
Don't do a quality and scream it down.
Oh, mate. I've got to think about this.
Now the pressure's on.
Yeah,
so basically, you ask everyone this question, and we ask you.
And now you're putting me on the spot. I wasn't expecting this. I'll probably go for the LA chant because it's.
Would you like to give us a version?
Everyone, I know everyone sings it, but I like the Ipswich version. So it goes, every Saturday we follow, we cheer the boys in blue, champions of England. Can I stop now? Back in 62.
I think we get the gist. Yeah, no, thank you very much. It's interesting to hear your response to that, and I'm sure everyone's been dying to know. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on, Alex.
And thanks for having me on, boys. I enjoyed that.
Appreciate it. Let's tap the waters.
Waters? Vodka? What?
And,
it is water.
All the best for the.
Subscribe to Behind the Closed Doors. Enter the giveaway. I'm doing the outro for you, boys.
Cheers, Alex.
And I'll be on a podcast soon, hopefully. Another one.
Take it easy.